Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Rising Eagle. Early life and training. Khabib Abdulmanapovich Nurmagomedov, born on September 20, 1988, in Sildi, Dagestan, was destined for greatness in the world of mixed martial arts, MMA. Growing up in the rugged mountains of Dagestan, Khabib was exposed to a disciplined lifestyle from an early age, primarily under the guidance of his father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, a former wrestler and a revered coach in the region. Abdulmanap instilled a sense of discipline and resilience in his son, focusing on sambo, judo, and freestyle wrestling. The mountainous terrain of Dagestan, combined with rigorous training routines, forged Khabib into a relentless and durable athlete. By the time he entered the professional MMA scene, Khabib had already built a solid foundation in grappling, which became his signature style. His wrestling-heavy approach, combined with an unmatched work ethic, set him apart from other fighters early in his career. Early MMA career. Khabib's professional MMA debut took place in 2008, the same year he faced Vusal Baramov. Before that fight, he had trained extensively in sambo, earning multiple regional and national titles. Khabib's aggressive fighting style, characterized by relentless takedowns and ground control, was a direct result of his sambo training. He quickly gained a reputation as a dangerous grappler who could neutralize opponents on the ground with his superior control and submission skills. His entry into CSFU, Champions League of Fighting, marked a significant milestone in his career. This promotion, though relatively small compared to global organizations like the UFC, provided Khabib with a platform to showcase his skills and begin building his undefeated legacy. Fighting style. Khabib's fighting style is heavily influenced by his wrestling and sambo background. He focuses on closing the distance, taking opponents down, and controlling them on the ground. His hallmark technique is the chain wrestling approach, where he seamlessly transitions from one takedown attempt to another until he secures a dominant position. Once on the ground, he employs ground and pound and relentless pressure to either finish the fight or wear down his opponent. In his fight against Vusal Baramov, Khabib entered the ring with a clear strategy to take the fight to the ground and dominate with his grappling. He had honed this approach through countless hours of training, making him one of the most feared grapplers in the sport. Part 2: Vusal Baramov, the Challenger. Background and early career. Vusal Baramov, a native of Azerbaijan, was an emerging talent in the MMA scene at the time of his fight against Khabib. Known for his striking abilities and agility, Baramov had a respectable record in regional competitions, where he showcased his stand-up game and knockout power. Unlike Khabib, who relied on grappling, Vusal was more comfortable trading punches and kicks, aiming to finish fights on his feet. Coming from a background in kickboxing and traditional martial arts, Baramov developed sharp striking skills that earned him recognition in local promotions. His coaches emphasized speed and precision, qualities that made him a formidable opponent in the early stages of his career. Fighting style. Baramov's style was rooted in his striking prowess. He utilized a combination of jabs, hooks, and leg kicks to keep his opponents at bay. His footwork and ability to maintain distance were key aspects of his strategy, as he aimed to avoid grappling exchanges and capitalize on striking opportunities. Despite his preference for striking, Baramov also possessed decent takedown defense, which he had developed to counter wrestlers and grapplers in the region. In preparation for his fight against Khabib, Baramov focused on improving his defensive grappling and conditioning, knowing that Khabib would try to take him down and control the fight on the ground. His strategy revolved around keeping the fight standing and using his striking to inflict damage. Pre-fight atmosphere. The CSFU Champions League event on September 13, 2008, was a highly anticipated one, especially for local fans eager to see two rising prospects clash. The venue buzzed with excitement as fight fans gathered to witness the bout. Khabib, already gaining a reputation for his grappling dominance, faced a tough challenge in Baramov, who was known for his striking capabilities. Both fighters appeared confident during the pre-fight weigh-ins. Khabib maintained his usual calm demeanor, while Baramov exuded energy and determination. Analysts predicted a classic striker versus grappler matchup, with Khabib looking to take the fight to the ground and Baramov aiming to keep it standing. Round 1, the fight begins. The fight began with Baramov trying to establish his striking range early. He threw a series of jabs and leg kicks, aiming to keep Khabib at a distance. Khabib, however, showed no signs of being intimidated by Baramov's striking. He maintained a composed stance, inching closer to Baramov while looking for an opportunity to shoot for a takedown. At around the 30-second mark, Baramov landed a clean leg kick, which momentarily slowed Khabib's advance. However, Khabib quickly adjusted, using feints to close the distance. Recognizing an opening, Khabib executed a perfectly timed double-leg takedown, driving Baramov to the mat. Once on the ground, Khabib wasted no time in advancing his position. He secured side control and began applying pressure, forcing Baramov to defend. Baramov attempted to scramble and escape, but Khabib's grappling prowess was evident. He maintained control and transitioned to mount a dominant position that left Baramov vulnerable. The finish. With Baramov trapped under him, Khabib began setting up a submission. He isolated Baramov's arm and transitioned into a triangle choke. The crowd erupted as Khabib locked in the choke, tightening his grip. Despite Baramov's efforts to resist, the pressure was too much. At 1 minute and 20 seconds into the first round, Baramov was forced to tap out, giving Khabib the victory by submission. Post-fight reactions. The audience erupted in applause as Khabib rose to his feet, victorious. It was a decisive win that showcased his grappling mastery and solidified his status as a rising star in the MMA world. Baramov, though disappointed, showed respect to Khabib by congratulating him on his performance. Khabib's win marked the beginning of one of the most legendary careers in MMA history. The victory over Baramov was a stepping stone that propelled him toward greater challenges and successes. Analysis of the fight. The fight highlighted Khabib's strengths, his ability to close the distance, execute takedowns, and dominate on the ground. Baramov's striking skills were evident in the early moments of the fight, but he struggled to defend against Khabib's relentless grappling. From the outset, Khabib's strategy was clear: avoid prolonged striking exchanges and take the fight to the ground, where he held a significant advantage. Baramov, on the other hand, aimed to keep the fight standing but was unable to prevent Khabib's takedowns. Part 4: Aftermath and Legacy. Khabib's continued success. Following his victory over Baramov, Khabib continued his undefeated streak, winning several more fights in regional promotions before signing with the UFC in 2011. His grappling-heavy style remained his trademark, and he went on to become the UFC lightweight champion, retiring with a perfect 29-0 record. Khabib's early fights, including his bout with Baramov, were crucial in shaping his career. They provided him with the experience and confidence needed to compete at the highest level of the sport. The fight against Baramov was a testament to his early dominance and his ability to implement his game plan effectively. Baramov's career. For Baramov, the fight against Khabib was a learning experience. Though he lost, he continued to compete in regional promotions, improving his skills and gaining more experience. While he never reached the same level of fame as Khabib, he remained a respected competitor in the local MMA scene. Legacy of the fight. The fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Vusal Baramov is remembered as the beginning of Khabib's legendary career. It showcased the classic striker versus grappler dynamic and demonstrated the effectiveness of Khabib's grappling style. This early win was one of many that contributed to Khabib's rise to prominence and his eventual status as one of the greatest fighters in MMA history. Conclusion. The bout between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Vusal Baramov was a pivotal moment in both fighters' careers. For Khabib, it was a stepping stone toward greatness, while for Baramov, it was an opportunity to test himself against a future legend. The fight exemplified the contrasting styles of grappling and striking and highlighted the importance of a well-rounded skill set in MMA. Khabib's victory by submission in just 1 minute and 20 seconds remains a testament to his early dominance and laid the foundation for an illustrious career that would see him become one of the greatest fighters of all time.